looks like Jim Ryan finally shows his true colors, and PlayStation finally admits that they're absolutely terrified over the fact that Xbox might actually be acquiring Activision. The deal will probably go through, and now Jim Ryan and Sony are absolutely terrified at what the results could be, because they have zero interest in trying to sign a deal to keep Call of Duty on their platform. Instead, Jim Ryan just wants to come straight out and just block the deal completely. So that is Jim Ryan's overall motive. Jim Ryan does not care about being competitive. He doesn't care about the market being competitive. He doesn't care about any of that. The only thing Jim Ryan cares about is the fact that he wants to have PlayStation still be the mainstay, and for everybody to play Call of Duty over on Sony's platform, because Sony gets all the marketing exclusive deals, all the DLC deals. They manage to sell more copies of Call of Duty than any other game on their platform, including God of War, Ragnarok, Horizon, Last of Us. None of that holds a candle compared to what Call of Duty sells on the platform. That is the facts. That's why that Jim Ryan is absolutely terrified about this deal and wants to block the merger. He has zero interest in actually trying to make a competitive market. He only wants to just keep Call of Duty the same. He wants the status quo the same. And what he doesn't realize, by doing something like that he's actually jeopardizing the market. Activision wants to be acquired. Activision isn't doing very well right now. The company's in shambles. There's lawsuits. There's all kinds of things happening. If Microsoft acquisition of Activision does not happen, Activision could probably cease to exist, in turn making Call of Duty obsolete, no longer a franchise, if Activision isn't there to keep producing these games, which will later on hurt Jim Ryan in the long run. So it makes zero sense to me why Jim Ryan would want to try to block this deal when it's in his best interest at this point to try to get this deal going, and that way Activision can stay liable. You know, I know he doesn't want Call of Duty on Game Pass because he knows that is a threat. But Sony has been dominant in the gaming space since the PlayStation 2 era, and some may argue the PlayStation 1 era. But at this time, it just makes a lot of sense for this Activision acquisition to go through. It's not going to be the end-all, be-all to the gaming world. And for a lot of people, it goes, well, Microsoft needs to make games and stop trying to acquire franchises and studios. Well, I can say the same exact thing to Sony. Sony needs to focus on games rather than buying exclusive rights to AAA games that are third-party titles. Titles like Final Fantasy 16 coming out, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Silent Hill 2 Remake. Some of those are timed exclusive, some of them are not. We still don't have Final Fantasy 7 Remake on the Xbox. There is documents proving that Jim Ryan has signed exclusivity deals to prevent certain games from coming out on the Xbox, to prevent games from coming out on Game Pass. So although Sony isn't buying studios outright, they are buying exclusivity deals from third-party companies, which in turn is blocking it from going to the Microsoft Xbox console. So in turn, they're not buying studios outright, but they are still underhandedly buying games outright, so they never appear on the Xbox console. These are all facts. These are not my opinion. These are all facts. And this is why Jim Ryan is now scared, because now Microsoft is tired of playing ball with these guys. Okay, you want to play dirty? Microsoft has issued to the court that they want all the documents for the past 4 years to be issued in court, and now Jim Ryan is up shit's creek, and he has to. The court agreed. He now has to show off all those documents, and now we're finally going to find out all the underhanded stuff that Jim Ryan and PlayStation has been up to for the past few years. All that exclusivity blocking and all that stuff that they are trying to prevent competitive marketing within the gaming space is all going to come to fruition now, because now we're going to have some proof of all the things that Sony has been doing. So yes, Jim Ryan, Sony does not want this deal to go through. They have zero interest in actually having some kind of contract to keep the console on, to keep the game on the console. They just want to straight up block it. That is all that Jim Ryan wants to do. And at this point, it looks like Jim Ryan probably will not get his way. It looks like the FTC has no choice in this matter. This is all coming from the court, and everything is going to be coming out very, very shortly. Very, very shortly. We're going to start getting some resolutions to all this stuff, and we're going to see a lot of this stuff kind of hit the fan. But I want to know what you guys think. Be sure to leave your comments in the comment box below. Smash that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys later. Until next time, I'm Robert Storms. Thank you for watching.